Quan died. I'm sorry. I thought you was being rude still. We was talking about something else, but you was trying to put us on. I'm sorry for when you come in here. I can't think of who it was. He was trying to tell us that Rich Homie Quan died. Whoever that was. And I'm sorry that I was rude to you. I'm doing good. It was still rude though. I was talking about something else and you just kept saying it. You should have said he passed away. I thought you was being a weirdo. Thank you. But I'm sorry. Because I shouldn't talk to you like that. But next time say Rich Homie Quan passed away and don't just keep repeating it. We thought you was a crazy person or a bot or something. Well, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was a bot. Or a person just being weird. And that doesn't excuse my bad behavior. It don't. But next time just tell us, please. And don't just keep repeating the same thing over and over. Y'all know that's one of my pet peeves. Yeah, they said he overdosed. And y'all know my favorite song by him is Broccoli. Him and how do I get out of here? Oh. Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs by him. Him and whoever that is, the Broccoli song. He did. That's what somebody was coming here and trying to tell us. I can't think of who it is. I'm sorry I was being mean, but next time can you just say Rich Homie Quan died so we know? Yeah, I believe it's an overdose because they keep them high. That's how they control them. Whether they shot him up or he did it himself. I mean, how many sober stars you see that's still in the industry? None. Because they doctors make sure of it. They get them addicted. Of course it was. Figured out what's been poking my feet. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's why the person that was in here is saying long live Rich Homie Quan. But I didn't know why they just kept repeating it. What say they did, so we know. Because I just be thinking it's weird. Something, you know? So I apologize because I was being mean and said you was looking for attention, but you should have just said they died so we would know. You gotta tell us. Hey, so when I got off of here too, I just ate some yogurt because I already know I'm probably gonna lay down and not get back on here once I do. So I got a lot of stuff I need to do. I do. And I did want to talk to y'all about the Atlanta shooting. Hold on one second. I watched some of the videos and they said that he didn't talk much. Remember? Remember? I don't know if y'all saw him, but they said he didn't talk much. He was real quiet. Okay. Y'all remember a couple weeks ago when we were studying about one of the brothers of Joseph, and it said, or it was somewhere, and it was saying that a person that is quiet is not because they're humble, it's because they're hiding something. They're hiding evil. They're hiding their deceitful ways and how they really are. Y'all remember we just read that recently in the last month. We read about a person that be acting all quiet. They don't really be quiet. They quiet because they don't want to expose the deceitful stuff that's in their mind. We just had a class about this. All them kids. And he was on the FBI watch list a year ago, and yet little black kids and Spanish children, just brown children, period, can't even walk across the street or play at the park, honey. It is amazing to me how they get these boys alive all the time. Why ain't none of them ever? I mean, they always make it out. You not scared of a little white boy with an AK, but you scared of a nigga or a lady with a pot of water. A little boy with a little orange play gun. A kid with a water bottle in their hand, but you not scared of a little white boy with an AK. It blows me. You do not feel threatened by that. That's not a threatening thing to you. That a white boy, a little white kid, will walk through the school with an AK and you will sit right there and talk to him. But if a nigga turn around and reach for their wallet, that make you nervous. Interesting. I just be trying to figure out if y'all be seeing what I be seeing. But never mind, moving on. A lady with a pot of water threatens you, but not a little white boy with an AK. Right. You feel completely safe in that situation. Well, that says a lot. Maybe you used to white people shooting at people with guns, and the other people don't have one. And most of them people look like you. So then it's not alarming to you because you see it when you go home. Mm-hmm. There you go. Hoogley said the police is more afraid of. Yes, we are. Of a black man than they think he has a gun than they are of a white man that they know that has one. I'm trying to tell you, it's a real thing. These niggas have knives and swing on the police and they still make it to the jailhouse untouched, get a burger and everything. Moving on. Now, what spirit do we think inhabited that baby? Uh-huh. You said it. Red rum. What's another one? Anybody know another one that might have inhabited him? Hatred. You took, yes. Hatred. Red rum. What about anything else? Envy. Deceit. That's the one I was looking for. And torment. Affliction. What's the word we looked up today? We looked up hatred, and what was the other one? Rage. Definitely could have been there. Looked up cruel. Yeah. You think what he did was cruel? Very. Now, I'm going to ask you a question that you might hear on the news or in the think tanks that are going to come out of this situation. And you've heard it before. You ready? You ready? Yeah. What would possess him to do that? What would possess him to do that? What would make him do that? Do you think those are going to be two questions that are going to be asked? No. Do you think those are two questions that are going to be asked? No, listen. What would possess him to do that? What would make him do that? Yes, that P word will go over everybody's head, but it's not. Oh. Interesting. Things that possess you make you do things that are not normal, like take guns into a school where kids are trying to learn and unalive people. What is the definition of possession? We did talk about it earlier, didn't we, Miss Ida? And you don't want to learn about demons that can possess your children? You don't want to fight a spiritual war that could keep your babies alive? The inhabitation of spirits, disembodied spirits. The state of having or owning or controlling something. Interesting. That's interesting. Owning or controlling something. Possession is control or occupancy of a property without regard to ownership. So you would take possession, not getting the person's permission to inhabit their body. Excuse me. Is that what you said? The spirit that inhabited that boy, that possessed that boy, the spirits, the enemies of human beings, possessed him to go in and take the lives of at least 4 people. Yes or no? Without regard to the parents, without regard to their fellow students, they said somebody had a heart attack. I don't know if it was a kid or an adult, but the amount of fear that was pulsing through somebody's veins had a heart attack. What did we talk about, and what have we been talking about for 2 years? That when these demons really start to manifest and they start doing all this stuff, that people's hearts is going to be doing what? What's the word we said? Failing. Giving out for fear. What is the heart attack? What happens when you have a heart attack? What does your heart do? Stop. What is Satan and his fallen brother's whole goal? What do we read that Satan's goal is? To do what? To stop life. Did those spirits do exactly what they set out to do? Did they do what they've been doing for the whole time that they've been here? Now, can I ask you a question? What spirit, what's something that spirits feed on? Fear. How much fear do you think was generated in that school? Oh, and the fear of the parents that didn't know. Do you understand the spirit that was reigning over that province, that principality yesterday? Did we not just study about demons that are over a certain area and how they can control? Did we not just have a Bible study about this? We just had a class about this, didn't we? So not only was fear working in the school, there was waves of fear going to the same spot. No one was prepared either. Can I ask y'all a question? Who remembers our conversation the other day? It ain't even been 2 months because the kids was getting ready to go back to school. And we had a conversation about them kids not being able to call because the phones don't work in school. And I said, what happens if it is a school shooter? And all of them kids kept saying our phones don't work in school. We couldn't call. There was no service. Did we talk about it? Did we? said, well, how would they call their parents? What if they need to say goodbye to their parents for the last time? What if that would have been the last words their kids would have heard, was their mama telling them they love them? They robbing them of that. Did we talk about it? Okay. And 3 weeks into school, exactly what we talked about before these kids started school happened. And we talked about keeping gas in your car, because just in case you need to get to your babies, you can't have no empty thing. And if the traffic is backed up, you need to be. We sure did talk about that. And did y'all see all them cars parked on the highway walking far, far, far to go get to their babies? Y'all seen how the cars was parked all down the roads, miles and miles, so that they could go get to their kids? We sure did talk about keeping some gas in your car just in case you got to get to your baby across town. Some of them kids said they not going back to school. Can I ask you a question? Do you think the spirit of fear went home with them kids? So fear has now entered all 900 of those homes. They said it was 900 kids. They had to evacuate 900 kids. So 900 homes. The spirit of fear didn't even have to knock on the door. He was invited in. You don't think he brought the tormentors with him? Them babies is going to be tormented in their where? Help me understand where they about to get tormented. In their mind. Every time they close their eyes, they're going to see it. And so they're probably going to start to have what? Starts with an N, ends with an S. Nightmares. And where do spirits thrive? In nightmares, in the spiritual realm, and at night. Interesting. And what do you think they're going to give the children to calm their nerves? Let's hear it. What are they going to give the kids? Meds that are named after demons. Interesting. And we don't need to understand spiritual warfare? even though it is at play in our face every day. Demons are high-fiving each other, and so are the witches that are going to give them the spells. They already setting up to get their money up. And the medication is going to make them worse because they're not going to want to relive it. And so they're going to become NUMB. And where do demons like to live? In half-dead carcasses. Carcasses that are not in their right mind so that they can use their bodies to do whatever it is that they want to do. So what could have been created here, God forbid, is 900 zombies. That's an easy way to create 900 zombies from the ages of 13 to 19. Parents might need a little something too, because their nerves are shot. And most of that medicine makes you hallucinate. Most of that medicine takes your sleep. It makes you get to stronger things. Or am I crazy? And if they have younger siblings. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't forget those guys. Now, do we think the spirit of control is going to show up here? And what does the church call hoes, but they get it wrong most times? Who's the mother of that spirit? Anybody know? I gave it to y'all. The church called them hoes. Jezebel. She is the goddess or demoness of control and manipulation. A zombied out kid is easier to manipulate, aren't they? And to control. Now, what do demons want to do once they possess you? Control and manipulate you. Manipulate your mind and control your body. This is where compulsions and different addictions and stuff come from. And not wanting to feel. Not processing what you saw. Most of the kids kept saying, I just can't believe what I saw. I just can't believe what I saw. It just don't feel real. I can't believe what I saw. Y'all heard them saying that? Y'all heard them saying it? Can I ask y'all a question? Who remembers me saying I've been trying to prepare my mind to see massacred bodies everywhere? And right now, I just be trying to take in all the beautiful sights because I know because when I see it, I don't want it to take my mind. I'm going to say that again. When I have to see it, I don't want it to take my mind and immobilize me. You understand how many people have seen something like that and they never came back to their right mind? They right mind left them. They experienced something tragic like that and they have not ever been the same. Veterans. So if grown men still can't wrap their mind around it, how do y'all expect 13 to 18-year-old kids to deal with it and be okay? Y'all don't think the devil about to have a whole playground? Fear opened the door for everything else. Y'all realize that? Any other spirit that comes after this, fear opened the door. No, thank you. Y'all still don't think that we need to understand the spiritual realm? Wouldn't you want the person in the room with you to be able to see the other set of eyes that's in the person? I saw a black woman in her, and she said, I just told my son to pray. She said, because he always playing. He said, Mama, I'm not playing. They is shooting across the hall. She said, baby, all I can tell you to do is pray. Remember we talked about our child, because we taught them to pray and we anoint them, might be the reason that the shooter passes over to the next space? How many times we talked about that? About not letting your kids leave the house without that blood, because the blood still works. I anointed our bed specifically last night and had a much more peaceful sleep last night. Girl, come on, Sarah. Which, listen, the boy on the news was right in front of him and he said God had his hand on him. It was a reason he was running in people's face and couldn't do nothing right there. He had to maneuver around because it was angels like, bro, don't even try it. Ah, can't come right here. You can't come in this room because even though the other ones ain't covered, it's one in here that is. Nope, can't do it. Gotta go to the next one. This door closed. Move on. Of course, God has given everybody their appointed time to leave here. You gonna leave. We all gonna leave. He saw the Holy Spirit on that boy and couldn't touch him. The demons in that boy knew they couldn't touch him. What's gonna be interesting is if that little boy is baptized. You know, black folks. Well, I'm gonna say church folks. I ain't gonna say black folks. Church folks. Somebody had a praying grandmother. Raise your hand if you don't think it's important to understand the spiritual realm. Listen to what I said. Raise your hand if you don't think it. No. See, listen. If you don't think it's important to understand the spiritual realm and that you should shy away from it and not understand how it moves. Oh, y'all think it's important to understand the spiritual realm because there are spiritual entities that possess people around us. They are the rulers of darkness that cause people to unalive and do all of the things that upset God. Y'all don't think those kids saw the devil in that little boy face? The ones that had to look him in the eyes, you don't think the other set of eyes? Now listen, and listen clearly when I tell you this. The same old evil that made that little boy in the movie walk up the wall and flip down was the same evil, or the same ancient evil, maybe not the same spirit, that was in that little boy that walked into school. The two spirits, the one in the little boy that gave him the power to walk up the wall, and the one that gave him the power to go in there and unalive, they're brothers, if not the same. And you think that not learning about the spiritual realm and the way that it works is going to help you. Interesting. Because if the spirit could have ran through that family over there at Latoya Amos' house, it would have made sure that everybody was unalive one way or another. It just didn't get the chance. Also, how many times have we talked about kids talking to spirits that the parent can't see, and they use names that we won't think nothing of it? the imaginary friends that's always in the backyard or in the house somewhere, talking with the kids, opening doors for kids so they can get into places and get out of houses. Doors unlocking that shouldn't be able to unlock because the parent couldn't even get the door open. They thought it was wedged closed. And now the kid can go. My little sister had a friend named James. Ish was scary as hell, no lie. Oh, okay. Oh, Jimmy was coming around, huh? So many lives have changed forever and have. Your granddaughter had a friend. Let me ask you a question. So we know that fear was on the 900 students. We know the fear was on however many faculty were there. We know that the fear was on the parents that their children attend the school. Do you think that fear spread to the other schools that the children were in, and now those parents are feeling fear, the fear of sending their kids back to school? So fear didn't just stop in the walls of the school. It didn't stop on the grounds of the school. Fear has spread all over the city. So right now, fear is the reigning principality over that area. You said all across the nation, right? But I'm saying it's probably super concentrated right there in that principality, right or wrong. Didn't we just talk about demons that rule over certain areas? And you'll see a lot of certain things happening in that area, like fear right now. What does God tell you not to do? Interesting, but the devil got everybody doing it. Don't be ruled by the spirit of fear, and fear is ruling right now. Yes or no? Still don't want to know nothing about the spiritual realm because he sure working. That's why he don't care about y'all not knowing about him. Y'all don't even know when he drawing energy or not because you don't want to understand the spiritual realm. You want to talk about allowing spirits into your home. Fear got in through the TV. You should not be watching the news. I'ma need you to not watch the news because the spirit of fear crept in your house through your TV. A demonic possession happened and fear crept into your house through TikTok, YouTube, the Fox 10 News. And if you questioned at any time sending your baby back to school, Christians that don't want to watch Deliverance, that don't want to really understand the spiritual realm, this is why he winning. This is why he can go in school and unalive our kids because they don't want to learn nothing about spiritual warfare. The synonym to fear is alarum, which is a call to fight. Oh, okay. I bet you if you go on your other social media and do a poll and ask the specific question, how many of you are scared to send your kids back to school? You're about to see how much fear shows up right now and how fear is ruling, not even in the place where it happened, but everywhere else too. And people don't want to understand the spiritual realm. Mind blowing to me. This is why these demons can run through and do everything that they do. Because people they don't want to know. Again, they scared to watch it on TV, but they already watching it on TV. And it has the same desired effect. But if you understand that that person is possessed, if you understand that this is a tactic of the enemy to get the spirit of fear going so that he can draw the energy, it's going to change your perception of the situation a little bit. I'm in North Carolina and I felt fear from it, knowing about it. Interesting. The spirit of fear is running through the land right now. People are telling you don't watch nothing about no demons inhabiting people, but the spirit, the demon of fear, is inhabiting people right now. People are literally possessed with the spirit of fear right now. No or yes? How many of you it made you second guess sending your kids back to school? Be honest. Let's hear it. Or your grandkids. Did you think about sending your kids what's the name of the homeschools? Also, fear crept into your house a little bit too. Interesting. While I go to the restroom, can y'all Google the spirit of fear scriptures for me? Matter of fact, no. Let's do this. Tell me the problems fear can cause in your physical body. The chemical reactions that being scared can cause. Like what we know heart attack and stuff, but go look up some other stuff that being scared can do to like your like the physiology, your chemical makeup. So the fear of stress or the stress of fear can do what to your body? Chronic fear can cause fibromyalgia, asthma, and body aches. Adrenaline and cortisol spikes, fast heart, sweats, nausea, high blood pressure, and pain. Foggy thinking. Heart rate increase. You start to breathe faster. I work in a school. Fear here everyone who works in education, no matter what level. Oh, let's not forget. Right. Headaches make you sick. A sense of choking. It's interesting. Okay. Last question. God said the enemy comes to do what? There are three things. Fear is the leading cause of mental illness. No. Fear is the leading cause of mental illness. Interesting. Steal. What else does he come to do? Kill, steal, and destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy. Interesting. Did people get on a live yesterday? Cut off your breathing, which could... Were some young people's lives and old people's lives stolen away from their families yesterday? Their ability to have children, to get married, to grow to 21, to go to college was stolen from them yesterday. If those parents had children, their parents were stolen from them yesterday, right? And their lives were destroyed. Not only theirs, but other people that had to witness the traumatic scene that happened yesterday. So would you say that the devil showed up at that school, or one of his fallen brothers, and they accomplished their mission? Okay. And you don't think it's important to study the spiritual realm, and possession is widely publicized? Possessed teenagers walk into schools and do exactly what God said that the demons would do, and you're scared to watch it in a movie that has been scripted, but you will watch it on the news every so many weeks. Watching the news of a possessed boy going unalive people ain't a portal into your house? I know it is, because the spirit of fear, not only did it come through the TV, it came through word of mouth. It came through your phone. Are you going to stop answering the phone? People was talking about it at your job. Are you going to stop going to work? That was a movie about somebody being possessed, but you'll watch the news about them being possessed and unaliving people, and you're desensitized to that. So your spirit Don't pick up on the spirit of fear that's coming through your TV. It don't come up. It don't have no discernment about the spirit of unaliving or any of that. But it pick up on a scary movie like. And this is a real situation that happened too. The spirits was at work, and both of them was on the news. Latoya Ammon was on the news, and old boy is on the news right now. And it was a demon that caused him to do that, and it was the demon that was running through that family. Make it make sense. Demons come to kill, steal, and destroy. And humans kill, steal, and destroy when they are possessed by demons. Am I wrong, y'all? I guess you just pick and choose what demon's possession you're gonna watch. Either on Spider-Man, where Venom possesses Spider-Man and causes him to throw up the Baphomet and spit out webs. That's a cute demonic possession, so you can watch that. But and you won't. It makes no sense to me. Because it was an entity from outer space, a dark entity that possessed Spider-Man and turned him into Venom. And that entity used to be talking to him, and he'd have to try to shake his mind out because it started to possess him to where it had more control over him than he had. So spiritual possession is okay to watch in a cartoon where the character is constantly throwing up the symbol that means hail Satan, but you can't watch it in a documentary basically about a real situation that happened. And you have so much discernment on that movie, but you don't have discernment on not to buy your kids Spider-Man stuff. When the symbol that he constantly is having your child throw up means hail Satan, but you'll talk crazy about Mamushi. I just be trying to figure out where y'all be coming from. So Spider-Man can do it, but not Meg the Stallion. And Spider-Man can be possessed and start to have demons speaking to him, but a real person can't. Got it. Y'all just wanted if it's not real. You it ain't that you don't want to know. You just don't want it to look like it could really happen to you, so then you don't want to watch it. Got it. We'll all agree that Spider-Man was possessed by Venom, right? Which was a dark entity from outer space. What are fallen angels or demons? Where did they come from? It is a primordial ooze that gets into you in a spiritual form. So was Spider-Man not possessed by an evil spirit from outer space? Was he? And that spirit caused him to do things that he would not normally do: hurt people, talk crazy, be mean and nasty. And he would try not to, but Venom would make him do it. And then Spider-Man had to be delivered from Venom, didn't he? They had to get that old space entity out of him for him to go back to normal. So demonic oppression and possession is okay if it's in a cartoon or a Marvel movie, but not when it's in real life. Oh, and you said then Venom hopped straight onto somebody else. So when the demon was cast out, it went looking for another host? Not in no movie, it didn't. What? It said the demons, when they cast out and that house is cleaned up, that they go roaming looking for someone else that they may whom they may devour. When it hopped on Eddie Brock, what did Eddie Brock start to do? Are we slowed down? What did Eddie Brock do once Bennett? Anybody know? Nobody don't know? Because I don't know that I know either. He started to pursue Spider-Man on behalf of Venom. So once the entity, the dark entity from heaven, from the heavens, is cast out, it finds another host to then go against the person it used to possess because they don't want them there anymore. Is that what you just said to me? And it wouldn't let him die? Just kept bringing him back or making sure he did it? Interesting. That's a question you're going to have to ask God. I honestly don't know. So can I ask y'all a question? What's the difference in the storyline from Latoya Ammon or the Deliverance movie and Spider-Man? There was an entity from space that was dark and old that was trying to forcibly inhabit people, and it made it hurt. It made the person hurt the people it loved. And when it couldn't get the son, it went to the sister. When it couldn't get the sister, it went to the brother. When it couldn't get the brother, but all of it was to destroy Latoya, right? Or her son. And in Spider-Man, this primordial dark spirit or ooze was hopping on people and forcibly taking over their minds to make them hurt and attack other people. So is the storyline of Spider-Man different from the story of Latoya Ammon, and is possession by a heavenly dark entity in both of those? A spirit of possession is in Spider-Man and this same movie. A heavenly substance entity that can control your mind and body. So it's okay if you watch it in a Marvel or DC movie or whatever it is, but not on the news. They telling you the exact same story. You didn't get no discernment from Spider-Man? What about every time he put a web on somebody and threw up the Baphomet? I'm serious. The symbol that you brought in your house and didn't think nothing about it and spent all your money on it. At least know what you're buying so that you know what to rebuke. I guess it's not as lethal or it's not as spiritually moving because it's a cartoon or a video game. But when you see possession in real life, it scares you. Got it. It feel real quiet over there. Why y'all so quiet? Tell me. It's making you think, you taking it all in. Okay. I'll just be trying to see folks be hollering what's demonic and what's this and that. Thinking. Okay. I'm thinking about the book He Came to Set the Captives Free. Thought provoking. Okay. You said it's hitting too close. I was a fool for not knowing. No, I just be wanting people to really understand what be going on around them, because folks just be saying stuff. It is Mr. Robinson. Folks just be saying stuff because they hear everybody else, and they don't even really be knowing what they be talking about in real life. Because it be right in front of their face. They buy it and bring it in their house, and then they'll tell you whatever. It's weird. I'm from Gary, and I've never heard of this story. Yeah, she moved back to Indy. She moved back to Indy in like 2015, 2016. It was all on the news and everything. It's a real. I don't know. I'm about to go eat me some cake and get into bed. And I probably won't see y'all this evening. But I did want to come on here and talk to y'all about all that's going on around us and how people are blind to one side of it, but they see the other side. Y'all get what I'm saying now? Who understands that we won't watch demonic possession on a movie, but we'll watch it on the news every week? go get in my bed and probably take me a nap. And y'all know when I go to sleep this late, I'll be asleep for a long time. And I really need to figure out what I'm gonna eat. I said I was gonna make my rib tips and I didn't. But I think I'm gonna just put them in the oven. I don't know. We gonna see. I love y'all. And I really want y'all to open up your eyes and see what's going on. And don't be blinded. Who knows that the devil is sneaky and conniving? He don't care how he get it to you, long as you get it. And he definitely want it in your kids. Right. Oh, you said the news is conditional acceptance. Right. Right. Oh, well, thank you, Zara. Yeah, I be wanting y'all to see what's going on. Like, God said they got eyes, but they don't see. They got ears. They ain't perceiving nothing. If they did, they wouldn't be talking all this crazy stuff they be saying. So, I'll see y'all later. Oh, excuse me. You're welcome. I love you too, Jamila.